What's going on, guys? It is Bevan Nation and welcome back to another video. Guys, we finally hit 100 subscribers. Thank you guys so much. So, as a surprise and as something a little bit different, I'm going to discuss my top 5 favorite Pokemon as a kind of like celebration of hitting 100. Yeah, but thank you guys very much. I do really appreciate it. So, without any further ado, let us jump into my 5 favorite Pokemon. Number 5. Okay guys, so at number 5 we have got Gyarados. Now, throughout my years of playing Pokemon, I've been playing since I was 6 years old. Gyarados has been the most common Pokemon on my team throughout the years, from Generation 2 to Generation 5, back to Gen 1, up to Gen 7. I've always had a Gyarados on my main team at some point throughout the game. As well as being such a common Pokemon on my team, Gyarados looks like such a badass. Don't get me wrong, I love the design of other Pokemon, but Gyarados just looks so intimidating. I suppose that's why it gets intimidating. But no, it's such a good looking Pokemon. And as well as that, it's a really nostalgic Pokemon for me. I started playing in Generation 2, and they introduced the red Gyarados in Gen 2. Everyone's first shiny, basically, right? Everyone's first shiny Pokemon was that red Gyarados. I'll never forget catching it at the Lake of Rage. And it always holds a spot in my heart, specifically for that reason. As well as this, the final thing I want to say about Gyarados is that I always thought it should have been a dragon type, Everywhere you look, there's dragon tamers in all different regions, be it Kanto, be it Johto, all the way up to Alola. There are dragon trainers, and they tend to have Gyarados, and it doesn't really make any sense to me that Gyarados isn't a dragon type. It gets dragon moves, it can learn dragon moves, I remember in Generation 2 it could learn Dragon Breath as well as Dragon Rage. So I was super confused when I found out that it was a water flying type when I was younger. I was just thought, I always did get this idea in my head that it was going to be a dragon type, but I guess I was wrong. Anyway, Gyarados, I love you. Number 4. Up next, guys, we have Darmanitan. Now, Darmanitan is my favorite Generation 5 Pokemon. Overall, I feel that Generation 5 is a generation that is severely overlooked or underrated. A lot of people, when it first came out, complained about the Pokemon, how they didn't like the Pokemon, but guys, remember, they made more Pokemon in this game than they did in the original game. That's over 151 Pokemon. I can't remember the exact number. Sue me, guys. But how can you expect every design to be great? But I love the look of Darmanitan. I love how it looks like it's somewhat insane and it could snap at any minute. Look at those eyes and look at that face. It is genuinely terrifying, but still so cool at the same time. Also, as well, its stats are so good. It is really good. You need to give it some more credit if you've not used it, guys. Give that thing a life orb and you can go to town. It has great coverage moves. I love the fire moves it gets with Flare Blitz. Its ability Sheer Force is amazing. So yeah, guys, I highly recommend using it if you haven't used it in Combat before. As well as this, it gets the Zen mode, which is a nice little touch. I've not used it personally. I used it maybe once ages ago, but I don't use it these days, but it's a nice concept. And of course, it is one of the only good fire types in Black and White. If you played Black and White and used Simisear instead of Darmanitan, you need to take a long, hard look at yourself, because Darmanitan is the one you should have been using. Number 3. Next up is Ludicolo, guys, and this is my favorite grass type and probably my favorite Pokemon in Generation 3 as well. I just love the fact that this Pokemon is always dancing, it always looks so happy, and it always looks kind of so derpy as well. But, you can never underrate this Pokemon. For example, Mirror B's damn Ludicolos, guys. If you've never played Pokemon Colosseum, I highly encourage you to go out and grab a copy of that game if you can. It is so good, but Mirror B has so many annoying Ludicolos that just don't die. It just so frustrating. But no, Pokemon Colosseum is one of my favorite games of literally all time. It's so good. So nostalgia does take part in this decision for Ludicolo. But as well as that, I love using Ludicolo in combat. You can use Ludicolo with an Assault Vest and it becomes an absolute beast. I run it as a sweeper. You can run Ludicolo Sweeper with the Assault Vest and it is absolutely terrifying. And as well as this Pokemon is literally a walking meme. Just look at it. That is a walking meme, right? But guys, I love Ludicolo so much, I wish I could dance with it all day long. Number 2. Alright guys, now we are getting into the good stuff. So at number 2, we have got Typhlosion. Guys, Typhlosion is my favorite starter evolution of all time. Out of all of the starter Pokemon over all the generations, Typhlosion reigns supreme for me. It carried me so many times in Pokemon Silver, I can't hazard a guess as to how many. I just remember it carrying me through the league, the gyms, through Kanto, through Team Rocket. It was straight up the MVP of my team every single time. As well as that, I got a shiny one in Pokemon Silver when I was 7 years old. I remember like opening the Pokeball at Professor Elm's lab and just seeing the screen flash black and white when I sent it out in my first battle. I was like, what? I was just like so hyped when I got it. And then 2 years ago when it came out on the Virtual Console, I soft reset for it and got it within the month again, just for that nostalgia feel. It was really exciting to get another shiny Cyndaquil. As well, guys, it was my first ever level 100 Pokemon. Like I said, guys, it carried me through the game so much. Of course it was going to get more levels than everyone else. I rinsed it in the league so many times, and when I got to level 100, guys, I was so hyped. Genuinely, my first ever Pokemon at level 100, it was such a great achievement. The only thing about Typhlosion I gotta say though is that it straight up has ruined all of the other starter Pokemon for me. Purely because I just don't think any of them have been as good as Typhlosion. So it's not necessarily a bad thing. I mean, I love Typhlosion still. But Typhlosion, man, you've ruined them all for me. Hopefully Generation 8 will bring out some cool Pokemon. I'm really hopeful for Sobble. That'll make me feel a little bit more inclined to maybe switch up my favourite starters, but who knows. But Typhlosion, you may have ruined the starters for me, but you're still my favourite starter Pokemon. Thank you so much. Number 1. Okay guys, so our number 1 spot goes to the mighty Sobble. Sobble because its cute eyes, look at its cute feet, look at its cute face, look at its cute design, guys. We must protect this Pokemon at all costs. Make sure it never faints, make sure it never has to go to a PC. You know what, never use it in a battle, never use it, just protect it, guys. Please, just protect poor little Sobble, please. Now guys, I'm only joking. Guys, our number 1 spot goes to the great Espeon, guys. My favourite Pokemon of all time, you know, it genuinely straight up, there's no better Pokemon in my opinion. But guys, it has one of the best designs out of all of the evolutions. You know, it's so simple yet effective. I love when Pokemon look the part, and Espeon certainly looks like a psychic type. As well as that, it's got a fantastic ability in Magic Bounce, you know, get rid of all your status, get rid of all your Stealth Rocks, your Spikes, you know, don't have to worry about that with Espeon. And it's a fantastic glass cannon. You know, I loved using it as a glass cannon in all my story playthroughs when I can. It's super strong, and you know, Psychic type being one of the strongest types in the game is straight up the best evolution. You know, I can't praise this Pokemon enough. This is going to be super biased, but I don't even care anymore. Guys, this was my first ever friend evolution as well. Maybe that's the reason why that I think is my favorite Pokemon, but I honestly can't pinpoint it all into one. It's such a great Pokemon. I love it. You know, if Pokemon were real, that's the one you want. That's the one I want. That's the one you want as well. Let's face it, guys, it's so great. But I've got to say, as great as Eevee, as great as Espeon is, as great as its design is, it has the worst shiny in the game, in my opinion. That shiny genuinely makes me sick. I can't even look at it for too long without tearing up, guys, so I'm gonna get it off my screen. But guys, there it is, Espeon number 1, and it should be your number 1 as well. So guys, there we have it, my top 5 favourite Pokemon. Guys, I want to thank you all again so much. You know, 100 subscribers, it's not a lot in the long run to some people, but to me, you know, I'm just doing this for a bit of fun, so I do appreciate it, guys. I hope you guys are enjoying it. And guys, be sure to check out my Twitch channel, you know, my Twitter, my Instagram, the whole shebang. They are on the screen right now, and they will be in the description below. But guys, one more time, thank you for 100 subscribers. I hope you enjoyed this content, and guys, there will be more fun content to come. Thanks so much, and I'll see you for the next video.